everyone, and welcome to our weekly Communities of Practice Sunday check-in session. My name's Priscilla Wong, and I'm a volunteer with the Communities of Practice team. I hope everyone has had a good week, and I welcome you all to this half hour of Dharma, reflection, and community connection. It is customary for us in Australia to begin any meeting by acknowledging the traditional owners of our land. I would like to start today by acknowledging the Dharawal people as the traditional owners of the land on which Nan Tien Institute resides. I also acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which you all are, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. The check-in sessions have been developed by our Communities of Practice team and community. In 2018 and 19, we ran a number of community days, which some of you may have attended. And the purpose of those days was outlined above, guided by humanistic Buddhism to develop and cultivate our practice and friendships. Despite the challenges of COVID-19, the practice is always continuing, and the purpose of today is exactly that. I'd now like to introduce Venerable Dr. Juewei, who is the founder of the Communities of Practice and the Humanistic Buddhism Center at NTI, to guide this session.
Auspicious greetings, everyone. Welcome to this sacred connection to learn more about ourselves and the world through the lens of our own mind. Thank you very much, Priscilla, for hosting the session to enable us to come together to cultivate a practice of mini mindful pauses to ground ourselves, care for ourselves, and review our present circumstances. The act of reflection gives us permission to recall something that happened in the past week without having to fix anything immediately, but instead to take the time to understand. Community reflection during our breakout allows us to cultivate listening with kindness and curiosity, so that we can learn more about ourselves and others. May I now welcome you to join me on our mini pause practice by relaxing our body from head to toe. So now, gently close your eyes and sit upright. Bring your attention to your forehead. Relax. Relax your eyes, facial muscles, our ears, and our neck muscles. Relax our shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, hands, and fingers. Relax. Relax our spinal cord, one vertebra at a time. Allowing our entire upper body to relax. Now relax our thigh muscles, calf muscles, feet, and toes. Relax. Allow our entire body to relax. Now, let's help ourselves develop the habit of focusing on our breath for just 1 minute. having the ability to simply watch our breath without control and without judgment is indeed a gift. It is a practice that we can cultivate from moment to moment. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and return to this Zoom space that we are in. In the past 2 weeks, we covered the topics of kindness and compassion. The highest form of kindness does not contain any desire to possess. It is kindness offered without selection or exclusion. For any such selecting and excluding activity will only result in the opposite of kindness, that is, in hatred or aversion. Compassion helps us to reconcile our lives with those less fortunate than us. Compassion gives us the rich experience of suffering, making us much stronger when time comes for us to transform our relationship with the world. Today, we'll look at joy, or in Buddhism, we call it sympathetic joy, the ability to rejoice in the fortunes of others, no matter how faint that ray of joy may be. So if you think of compassion as suffering with others, then think of joy as being joyful with others. I've often been told that people are happier when happy things happen to others instead of just to themselves. I'd like to invite you to pause and recall an incident in this past week when you rejoiced in someone's happiness. Where did that occur? Who was rejoicing? What really happened? Did the other person sense that you were celebrating with him or her? Don't worry that you must have an answer to every question. I think we use the breakout as a session, as a time for us to just frame a question for ourselves, or to ask, why am I not thinking of anything? And then collectively, let's explore what has really happened in the past week that could bring joy to our hearts. Think of this as a contemplative inquiry rather than to deliver a correct answer. I hope you've had another good round of discussion. I'd love to hear your wisdom again. So if you pop some of what you have learned during your past 15 minutes into the chat, that would be great. I know, just saying, I'm so happy for you. I love you. Yes, those are so important indeed. There's always something to be thankful for and joyous at in every encounter. Yes, other people's happiness does give us hope. We often need a little bit of hope from others as well. Yes, like Chin says that there's even joy out of sorrow in funeral because of reunions. Yes, to see people again. Yes, if we give, we'll be able to find joy. There are many different ways to experience joy for others, especially in difficult times. Joy brings us hope. Yes, joy for others helps us to feel interconnected. I think it's to pay attention and recognize those joyful moments. That's really good. Yes, joy can bring us closer to everyone. Recognize that interconnectedness. Joy starts with deep within, achieving that peace. Certainly. Selfless giving and generosity, they all come together, don't they? Yes. Be open to joy even in sorrowful situations. Thank you. Let us now dedicate the goodness of what you have done to all living beings. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May Chan, Pure Land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our gratitude and humility give rise to great vows. Thank you everyone for your generous sharing. We look forward to welcoming you back next week when we'll talk about the equanimity as part of the checkout verse that we've just recited.